has the software you want on it and it runs, you don't have to upgrade.
Huh.
You really don't have to upgrade.
You're stressing this. You're in favor of this.
Well, no, I'll say Russ Winter, the Techie Geek, techiegeek.com. He, on his main box, still has 1004. Why? It works.
Right.
Everything he wants to do works on it. He doesn't want to worry about messing with a Unity that might not be complete baked with 1204. It's supposed to be complete.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to worry about any video card kind of issues because they did start to blacklist drivers in 1110.
Okay.
If it works, why? Why upgrade? You know?
Yeah. It's like the latest and greatest syndrome. Gotta have it.
And I suffer from it. Just because I do doesn't mean you have to.
Cool. Oh, what do you want to do, Dor? We're like I was wrong about saying that this would take 20 minutes. We're like 46 minutes into the show. We have 4 emails left. We could save them for next week if you want. Why don't we get into some of your stuff?
Okay. Okay. First one, do just the basic. Here's the down and the dirty. Okay. There's actually 4 links in this basic, and they're all to videos, and they're all from videos from Locker Gnome. You know who Locker Gnome is, right?
Yes.
I don't watch anything he does. I have not watched anything he does in 12 years. Okay. I don't know why. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe he's really short. And I agree with that guy who sung this song about short people.
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe it's just a little bit annoying. Possibly.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay.
Now I will say he put out 4 videos that got a lot more hits than some of his other videos. Just saying. And what they are, they're not of him at all. I don't know if it's his dad. I don't know if it's his neighbor across the street. I don't know if it's the guy who delivers Chinese food. I don't know who it is, okay?
Ooh, I'm hungry.
I know. But he basically gets this guy to sit down in front of a computer for anywhere from, I think it's 8 to, I think the longest one is like 15 minutes, I'd say. And he basically tells the guy almost nothing and then just records him using Windows 8, an iPad, Mac OS X, and Ubuntu.
Really?
Yeah. I find it insanely interesting on how this non-tech does computer things. And the best part is he's not in the background saying, no, click that. No. He's not. He's just letting him go through his natural, I don't really understand computer motions.
Wow. Can we play one of them?
Sure.
All right, this is how real people will use Windows 8. We'll just play a little bit of it. I got to see this. Oh, he's at Perlo's computer.
Yes.
All right.
With the big stupid clock behind him.
All right, come on. YouTube. There we go. So, yeah, I don't think it's happening. These must be heavily trafficked at this time. Yeah, check them out though. It's a Windows 8 desktop, and it does look like, you know, somebody who's not really a geek using it. And I'm curious to see how.
You're looking at Windows 8 for the first time. This is Windows 8, Dad.
It's his dad.
That's it. That's Windows 8.
That's.
It's still got a little bit of Chris in there, don't we?
Yeah.
All right. All right. That's pretty cool, though. I'm curious to see that.
Yeah, I honestly encourage people to just sit down and look at it. And what I don't want you to get out of this is a better way to communicate with non-text, because that's not what these videos are about. Okay. Here's to me the real gist of these videos, and I'm redefining them because that's what I do. Damn it. The gist of these videos are Windows 8, the iPad, OS X, even Ubuntu, Linux Mint, all these things. They're desktop operating systems that are designed for a specific market niche, whatever. Windows 8, I believe, is heavily focusing on the newest of the newest users, trying to pull in people that never really use computers. They just occasionally use them. Mac OS X is trying to pull in people with turtlenecks. I don't know. I honestly don't know who they're trying to pull in, but they've been very successful pulling them in.
Yes.
Okay. The iPad pulls in people that really don't want to use a computer, but they want computer type experiences.
Right.
What this says to me is none of them are designed for me. I am not those people. When I get down to a computer, I at least understand the basics of file, copy, print, internet, ping, those kind of things. I understand them enough to know when I sit down, I think I know what I want out of my computer.
Yeah.
Okay. With all of those others ones I mentioned, Windows 8, iPad, OS X, iPhone, I can go more Windows tablet.
Okay.
There is no customizations you can do to truly make it your own. You can change colors, you can change icons, but you cannot change fundamentally how the system works. This is why I use Linux. I want the choice of fundamental difference. I want to be able to change completely. Do I have a button down here that does stuff, or do I have no button anywhere to list my apps in a ordered list? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I personally want that choice. That's where I think Linux shines. Linux shines for people who want what they want. Now, with that said, if you watch the guy who uses Ubuntu, he gets mind hooked on the multi-desktop button because you have Ubuntu, Firefox, LibreOffice, Excel, and he actually knows. Well, Firefox, yeah, that's how I turn on the internet. That's what he says.
Okay.
And when he gets to LibreOffice Word document thing, he says, yeah, that's where I go to make Word documents. Oh, wow, he picked up on that. That's good. And then LibreOffice Calc, he said, well, I'm guessing that's like Excel, like, to do those sheets. He picked up on that. That's good.
Huh.
Then he goes down and he gets the workplace switcher, where when you click it, there's then 4 panels, 4 desktops.
Yeah.
He gets unbelievably mind hooked on thinking, well, that's how I should have it. And then I should click a button and an application should load in that little window. And then I should go like this.
No.
And read the screen. And for like 5 minutes, he does that. And Chris, the whole time, does not tell him, no, you're wrong. No, that's not how you do it. He lets the guy naturally go through a progression of figuring it out on his own.
Did he finally figure it out?
He figured out that when it was in the 4 quads, he couldn't actually edit it. And then when it was up close, he could edit it. He said, oh, well, I guess I should use it like this.
Was he acting at all in this too, or was he being genuine?
I think he was genuine just by the verbiage that seemed to effortlessly roll after his tongue. Like he said, clicking the gizmos. I got to click those gizmos.
The icons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the one thing I liked was he used OS X before this. Okay.
Yeah.
And an iPad before this. So he instantaneously comprehended Ubuntu Software Center because of he said, this is like that app market on that pad. So he instantly made the connection with that. To me, that's great.
Huh.
Because that, to me, is sometimes the hardest thing to get to people. And I believe with iPads, the next version of OS X, the next version of Windows, Android tablets, I believe that way of thinking is going to become normal, which of course has been normal in Linux for 10 years. But I digress.
Yes. Interesting. Check out those videos, guys. They'll be in the show notes.
Yeah. I definitely encourage people, seriously, you'll be shocked how some people view a computer.
I think you're right. I'm almost afraid to watch.
I know. Okay. This, I think, I gotta thank Mintcast. That's where it was. Mintcast.org was the first place I noticed talk about this. They had a interview with a guy named like Ikey. Ikey.
Right.
Guess that was his handle. And he talked about something to me with a very horrible name. Soulless OS. I don't want to be soulless. Do you want to be soulless, Steve?
What does that mean?
I know. I don't know. Solusos.
Okay.
It's a different way of spelling soul, I guess. Solu.
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. Here's the gist of it. I've only been using this for about a week and a day. I am so close to making this my standard desktop I suggest people to use.
Really?
Abso-friggin-lutely, Steve.
Let me look at the screenshots. I'll be the judge of that.
Well, here's the only gripe I've heard people say. It's using GNOME 2 as the desktop interface. GNOME 2 has been, I don't want to say killed off, but they're on GNOME 3 now. They've only been there for less than a year.
Right.
So GNOME 2 is not getting official updates anymore. So this uses GNOME 2.
What's so good about this?
Well, that's part of the thing. On the Mintcast interview, he said, in so many words, the whole thing, everything about this was supposed to be, everything in the operating system is supposed to get out of your way and just let you do your task.
Nice.
When you install it, by default, like Linux Mint, Flash is installed, Java is installed. Every codec I tried was already installed. Skype is in the repositories. Firefox is up to Firefox, whatever. I don't even know what it's up to now. 10, 14, something like that. LibreOffice is up to a brand new version. Every application I installed was up to the brand newest version. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the real reason I like it. Okay. This guy who created this used to work on, or he was the primary guy on, Linux Mint Debian Edition. My primary gripe with Linux Mint is it's Ubuntu based. Okay. Ubuntu is coming out of a company. This company any day could stop to themselves and say, you know, there's a lot more money in impregnating chickens. Let's get into the chicken impregnation market and then drop Ubuntu. It's possible. This is a company. Their goal is to make money.
Right.
Eventually make money. Okay. Linux Mint Debian Edition and this Solus OS is based off of Debian. Debian is pretty much almost the oldest distro around. It ain't going nowhere. Okay. It has pretty much by far the most software available to it. It pretty much can run on anything, any processor that's been in existence, and they sold more than 20 of them. You know what I mean? Here's the other thing about it. This is only RC. This is so, RC2, I believe, or RC2. This is so solid. I've had zero issuances with anything I've done. I've ran Audacity at the same time I'm in a Google Hangout. I've ran converters on video and stuff when I'm in Mumble. I've tried to do a lot of things at the same time, and this box typically slows down incredibly when it starts to get hit. This is also the box, Steve, if you haven't noticed, for like a month and a half, you've been saying how my video looked bad.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It looks amazing.
I know. And the only thing I changed was I'm not running Ubuntu on it.
Wow.
I'm running Solus OS.
Wow.
So either something in their kernel is lighter, their desktop is lighter, something is making other things seem better and faster. I'm sure I'm going to run into a hiccup here and there, but nothing yet. No issues whatsoever yet. The only issue I'll say, info lookup, your friend of mine, went to install this in a dual boot. One thing, it did not recognize the Windows partition, so on boot, didn't even have a Windows option. But unlike a lot of other Linux installers, it does not offer the creation of partitions for you, where it automatically use blank space, erase entire disk kind of options. Doesn't do that. You have to actually, you're opened up to a GUI partition editor, and you have to either create the partition and say mount it as root partition or delete other partitions. You have to do all that by hand.
Okay.
That's the only hard part about it, which of course can stop a lot of people from using it.
Yeah. I like